Another lovely Saturday afternoon. A rainy day at that. How is it at your end? Very rainy. The car was swimming as we were coming. But we're grateful we're able to make it here, and it's a joy to always be with you on this show. It's time for Mind Your Character with Bosede Olusola-Obasa, the radio show that never ever leaves you the same way. And that means that I always leave you better than I met you. I want you to stay here with me for 30 minutes of unforgettable travel to the Value Addition Island. You know, I like to travel to that island every now and then. So let's go together. Never forget my regular admonition to you, the need for you to be grateful for life. I'd always say that life is a privilege. Life is not a right. That therefore means that you must continually show gratitude to God, the giver of life, for the gift of life. I'm so excited to have you. Welcome to the show. And if you're just tuning in, the show is Mind Your Character with Bosede Olusola-Obasa. And now I'm going to be urging you to brace yourself for a time of unlearning as I lead you to reset wrong mindsets. Get set to learn, to become a better version of yourself, and get set to relearn, because just when you stop learning, you have started dying. Nobody's going to die. Okay. Yes, so we've been on a very beautiful journey looking at an interesting aspect of this show. We are continuing our series titled How Your Personal Values Affect Your Business Prospects. And it's a series dedicated to SMEs, startups, entrepreneurs like you and I who are trying to create solutions and solve problems for the economy in our own little way. Most likely you are still between first year anniversary of establishment of that business and the 10th. It's not like this will not be useful for people above that range, but I'm saying that it has become very, very important for everyone in that axis, where I also belong, to take cognizance of what we'll be talking about. So it's an enlightenment season, and we are in for like 5 weeks. So we are on the 3rd week today. We are looking at how personal values affect your business prospect. How does who you are affect the business that you build? Does it have any correlation? Or is it that you are you and your business is your business? We'll find out as we go. And the interesting part of the way we've packaged this series is that we've had CEOs come join us on the show to talk about it from their own lens, looking at it from their own lenses and helping us know how it is from their end. So today I have another CEO in the studio. I'm going to be letting you in who I have in the studio shortly. The last week, we had Mrs. Eunice Basil, the CEO of Door Concept and Event Planning Company, with us. And talking about having your CEO, you can actually reach us to let us know if you'd like us to have your CEO sit down with us and tell us what makes your organization tick. If you think you're doing it right and there's something others must and should learn from you, we'll be so delighted to have you. And I'm going to be telling you the number to call so you can have our audience on that. We can tell you what goes into that. You can call Tolu on 081 061 20819. 081 061 20819 is the number to call to let us know how we can be so honored to have your CEO sit here with us and tell us those values, personal, that have been creating the change waves in your business space. I believe that people need to learn from you. And if you've gotten your fingers burnt and you want people to learn that, come, I didn't know, I got it all wrong, and I don't want others to. It will also be, because on this show we are real and we are down to earth. We do not package or put things the way they are not. That's why it's called Mind Your Character. So we are always looking at it from your personal angle. All right. Other options like on-air mention of your product, jingles, and other marketing options you might want to take advantage of, all of those, just call 081 061208109, and it will all be sorted in one sweep. And today, like I said earlier, I have a big fish in the studio with me, and he's the CEO of Life Page Group. I like the fact that when some people are big and they don't look like kids, it's my own way of being big. I that's why when I see people who are now bowing their head and kneeling down for me after they know I'm like, oh, you are fake. You are sure fake because you needed to know who I am too. I mean, so I like to be that person in suspense who you never know who is anything. I think it just makes life more interesting. So the person I have in the studio is that kind of person. No extra air around him, no anything, just him, and he's been here. Thank you, Mr. Oladipo Clement, for choosing to join us. Life Page CEO, Life Page Group CEO is in the studio with us this afternoon. We want to say thank you for coming. Would you like to say a good afternoon to our listeners?
Thank you for having me, and good afternoon to all our listeners.
And he's not a first timer, unlike the two other CEOs that were getting baptized in being on radio for the first time. He is at home with radio. He has radio shows that he hosts, and I think you had something doing with this station. Yeah, so it's in any way it's not an alejo at all. So a cowboy. All right, so I'm so glad to have you. You can virtually pick my excitement. And so thank you everyone for joining us. You can join the conversation today. Should you have a story along this line, we're interested in hearing from you. It's a live show today, and so you can call 0700 923 923 923 0700 923 923 923. That's the studio number to call, and that will give you the opportunity to be able to be part of this. We are looking at how personal values affect business prospects. I'm going right on to helping you establish what we're trying to look at today. There's a quote, sir, that I found while putting this together. I said, I was telling you about a school of lion led by sheep.
Yeah.
That we were told that all of them are sheep automatically.
Absolutely.
Because the sheep has a sheep heart. And so he cannot lead the lions to do what lions will do. And for a head of sheep being led by one lion, they can very well still create the rave of the lion. So it means that the person who pilots the affairs of an organization from the starting, the visionary, people think he's visionary. Okay, the visionary has capacity of transferring his own personal values into the business.
Absolutely.
I believe that most core values are actually drawn from majority of those things that person establishing or founding that organization believes in or lives by, or values.
Very true.
So that's why we're looking at it.
Okay.
How then would you say that your own personal values have influenced Life Page Group? It's a group because they have subsidiaries and with interest in several areas, including human capital development, including real estate, and everything like that. So how, in 7 years of building the group, has your personal values, and I know your core values, simplicity, credibility, and quality, right? So how are they related to you?
Okay, so thank you so much once again for having us.
Thank you for coming, sir.
The truth is, nothing could be further from the truth. Everything just illustrated or described clearly explains some of the things that have happened. When we started out, we had no dime. The only capital we had was our integrity.
Reputational capital.
Yes. That's still what we trade with till tomorrow. And that's why we, from time to time, say to people, we'll rather lose money than lose our name. We'll rather lose money. I even say this from time to time, that the truest test of integrity is adversity. So you find people, come under severe pressure to lie, to compromise, to change from what they promised and stuff like that. That will, always happen from time to time, because we actually live in a very peculiar environment where, Nigeria is a very funny environment.
Just to put it like that.
Yes, it's a very, very, very funny environment. So, when we started out, we had no dime. All we had was a 3-in-1 DexJet printer, and a laptop I'd been using for 5 years. We couldn't even afford to rent an office. So we were making use of a shared office space, and that was where we started out from. And then one customer after another. I mean, when you start out in business, you have little or no capital. When you start out in business, you have no name and you have no customer. So the odds are actually against you. So the only asset we could put forward was our ability to deliver on promise. I mean, which is really one of the key reasons why we mentioned we rather under promise and over deliver. When these pressures come, it's like once you to make a promise, you
will not be able to
deliver, and that's really why I say the truest test. Again, we've got loads of experiences. We've had, because we also play in real estate space.
Yeah.
Government has intervened some form, but it has not in any way eliminated the challenges facing.
So
players.
What drives you? What drives you? What are the values that have been driving you as a person, helping you? Would like to mention them, Okay.
I mentioned integrity already, so
Yes,
and I have plenty of experiences to back that up. I'm a workaholic. Whether it's a weakness or strength, that I can't tell. It's just a few years ago I started trying to bring balance to it.
Okay.
And
somehow, so to make it feel soft for those listening, maybe we should say you are hard worker.
Yeah.
Hardworking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Diligent and hardworking.
Diligent and hardworking. Actually, I read a book many years ago that pointed at some of these things, and that was how I began to build that. The book says if you want to win 50% of competitors in your industry, he said you have to work hard. He said if you want to win another 40%, you have to work in integrity. And then the remaining 10% are doing just exactly. In other words, when you are working hard and working in integrity, you would only have been able to win 90% of the players in your industry. The remaining 10% are doing just what you're doing.
Wow.
So that was how that started for us.
All right, thank you. I'd like to cut in here.
Excellence is also one of those things.
Excellence.
Quality. Yeah, it's a journey. It's not something it's
not a destination.
It's not a destination. So
I agree. Interesting. Okay, so those are values. For instance, if someone believes in due process, you most likely will build an organization with team members who will follow through with a process and who will not prefer to cut corners. So some people have businesses today and they are like, okay, my people cut corners. I think they should look at how procedural have you been as a person. We'll go on a short break and then we'll be back for more. Please stay tuned.
These tenants and nuisance, they litter my compound with big cars that have land that in front of their name. But the owners, they no get land. No problem. I will soon throw all of them out. They should go and live in their big cars.
Oh boy, sure you heard the landlord just talk.
Don't waste your time fighting the landlord over his house. I'm looking to my own house very soon before he knows it. You too can be free from loud harassment. Pettiness Limited, owners of VIP and ABC Gardens, will make this a reality. They offer you affordable plots of land and flexible payment plans. Whatever your income size is, you are covered. Make haste and be free from tenancy problems. Pettiness Limited head office is located at Pettiness Place, number 1 Timu Ola Close, Anima Shao Bus Stop, Akonwojo, Egbeda, Lagos. Call us today on 0814-000-0428 or 0809-669-8999. You can also visit our website at pettinessgroup.com. Pettiness Limited, making life simple, making life easy.
I must thank you immensely for sticking with me. Thank you. Still mind your character with Bosede, Olusola-Obasa. And I've been talking here today discussing how personal values influence business prospects with the Chief Executive Officer of LifePage Group, Mr. Clement Oladipupo. Thank you once again for choosing to come on this rainy day. You know, I had to put you on the road, and I'm sure your car swamped too, but your car is bigger than somebody's car. I don't know. Okay, so I'm sure your car didn't have an issue having to come through that water. So we're glad to have you once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, before we went on break, you did tell us about certain personal values of yours. I'm sure it's not something one can sit down and talk all about at one sitting.
Absolutely.
Because it's a life journey. There are a couple of there are barrage of decisions that you've made over time. That okay, I choose to be this, I decide to be this, I decide to be that, and then you've had to weather all the storms and go against every odds to ensure that you remain true to your personal values. I do tell people that your values will require you to defend them at times when they have challenges coming in their direction. So I was on the fact that due process is an issue in the environment that we play in. And the more owners of businesses that lend credence to due process, the more organizations will choose to follow through processes, because processes actually build credibility and genuineness. They build strength into what you are having, and by the time the product is out on the other side, it can stand the test of time because it had gone through all of the processes. We have been talking about how personal values influence business prospects, and it's been a series of shows dedicated at helping SMEs understand these things. So whilst you're jumping out there and trying to make all the monies that you need to make, you need to take note of personal values. And I need to say here that if you notice there are areas of you or your life that aren't the best, humility demands that, and humility and sincerity coming together demands that you sit down and tell yourself the own truth. Like, okay, I need to work on this aspect. Rather than break the head of everyone on your team and insist that they get that thing done, when you actually know that they cannot draw the life that you want them to live from your own life. So if somebody values details, for instance, which is another issue around here, you spoke about excellence. There's no excellence without having eyes for details.
Absolutely.
That's like another word for excellence, because okay, you want to cross your T's, you want to dot your I's, and all of that. Whoever is a person that has eyes for details, people may not like it on your team, but once you help them see that, look, this is the way we're going to travel, and it will do better for us as an organization, gradually you build it. One of the benefits that I like to find out clearly about how personal values affect businesses, I saw a quote by Howard Scott. He said, if people believe that they share values with a company, they will stay loyal to that brand.
Yeah, very true.
For instance, if I think that, okay, this is LifePage, one of your core values as an organization is quality, and I share that value, that sentiment of quality resonates with me, I will want to be loyal. At least, first of all, give you an opportunity to have my patronage, and then maybe do repeat patronages, just to help you see that, okay, so our core values have a way of choosing our customers. They choose the people that work with us. They select the people that cannot work with us. Your core values, which borrows a life from your personal value, is a sieve. You know, like when you have powder and you need to sieve what you don't want out of the powder. So your values, whether personal, transferring to your core values of the organization, can actually serve as sieve, helping you sieve away people who have negative energy, if you like, and helping the organization stabilize. And one thing I must also mention is it's not a sprint. It's a long distance race. Maybe it's a marathon, if you like. So it's not something that you start and like, okay, we are done. The joy of knowing that you started, the joy of knowing that you're continuing, keeps helping you go on. Yes. So I'd like you have something for apart from coming to share in the story that we are saying today, you're a businessman, and so you have something to tell our audience. We'd like you to do that quickly. There is an offer that you want them to benefit from it.
All right. Thank you once again.
We're so delighted to have you.
Yeah. We have, like you already know, we also play in the real estate space.
Yeah.
We're very passionate as a company. We're in the business of making lives richer. We love to see people create wealth legitimately. the legitimacy of the wealth is critical to us, far more important. And so we, as a company, we have devoted interest in real estate, construction, investments, training and seminars. And training and seminars is one way by which most people have come to know LifePage. And so we have a mega housing summit coming up on Saturday, 19th of October 2019. This is mega. And
Mega.
Mega.
I like it mega.
Yes, it's
I'm not big, so I like mega things. Yes.
so it's mega, and you really don't want to miss it. We have a lineup of world-class speakers who will be sharing with us thoughts and ideas that will not only help Nigerians own their own homes regardless of their socioeconomic status. We also have people who will also be sharing on how you can create durable wealth, and you really don't want to miss it. Between now and end of this month, ticket just goes for 2,000 naira. And from 2nd of October, tickets will be going for 5,000.
Okay.
So for any smart person, you will need to register as quickly as possible. We have over 10 million naira worth of gifts that will be won at that event. So it's huge. We have Praise for where we'll be sharing on how to turn your house into a home. It's one thing to own. It's one thing to own a house. It's another thing to turn it into a home. My mentor, Dr. Lumide Emmanuel, will be speaking on how to build your house with little or no money. And
everyone needs to know that.
There are proofs. I mean, there are proofs to this truth. We have Shubomi Plumter, another friend of mine, who will also be sharing on how to unlock, wealth in your brand.
Wow.
And this is someone who has demonstrated that being an
so you're actually bringing people who have proofs in their area.
Who have proofs, yeah. And we have Tade Cash who will be sharing on wealth genotype, reconstructing your wealth genotype.
Child. So, I like creative topics. Your wealth genotype.
Yeah. So most people are familiar with health genotype. AS, and all that. Yeah.
Wealth.
So
so really, how do you get to register?
So to register, you could check out event.lifepagegroup.com, events.lifepagegroup.com, and to register, or you send us a text message. Just text message, we'll follow up on you and send you all the details at 0906 1000 5747.
Okay, you may have to do
slowly
one after the other.
So send a text message, I'm interested, to 090 6000 57.
Okay, so 6000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it like that.
090 6000 5747.
Yeah, thank you.
090 6000 5747.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, thank you so much for that detail.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Ignorance will make you think that what you have is not enough. Some people have enough to build a house now.
Yeah.
They are not aware how to deploy it little by little and then achieve it. Some people have experienced it and so they are out to help learn that. Okay, thank you so much. So that's from LifePage. And I have a quick announcement from Pertinence Limited. You're aware that Pertinence Limited is our partner on this show, and they are also offering a lot of people are doing great things for free. This is just 2,000. I can't imagine listening to all those big people at 2,000 naira and then going back with life-changing decisions. You can't compare. And here is another one that's absolutely free and targeting mobilely upward people coming up on Saturday. The first one you heard about is October 19, a Saturday, but this one is Thursday, September 26, 2019. Thursday, September 26, 2019, there's going to be what they have tagged Career Development Booster Seminar. Career Development Booster Seminar, absolutely free. The focus for this edition is personal branding. It's one thing to understand in these days that we live in, personal branding. And then time is 11 a.m. Venue is Pertinence Place, Tinuola Close, Anima Shao Bus Stop, Akomojo, Lagos. You can call 081 8249 6310. 081 8249 6310 for that. I don't remember you telling us where your own event is holding?
Okay, it's taking place at G3's Event Center,
Okay.
13 Oki Lane, Mende, Maryland. Lagos.
Okay, so the moment you call the number I reeled out earlier on, you will be able to get all the information that you require. Today we have said something very important, and I want to be sure that you are leaving with a decision that running your business requires more than all of so many strategies that you put together. Enduring businesses value their values. They put importance on what is important. Your personal value has direct bearing on your business. So you have to keep working on yourself. You can take trainings where necessary to be sure that you know what you don't know. You can read books. You can talk to someone. You can call me on 081 061 20819, as I had mentioned earlier. So thank you so much for being a part of today's show. It's been another great show. On this show, we never ever leave you the same. We're all about value addition. The show is Mind Your Character with Bosede Olusola-Obasa, brought to you by First Royal Character and Values Limited in partnership with Pertinence Limited. RCV for short is a social capital development and management company. We train, we consult, and we advocate. So we partner with people to ensure that people learn what they must learn, even if it has to be done without pay. Yes, we go as far as doing that. So I want to say a big thank you to Pertinence Limited. And right now, thank you so much, Mr. Oladipo Clement, for being part of today's show. We sign out now as I leave you in the hands of the better choices that you have chosen to make. Bye for now.